songs. How like me, poets at an arcade, soaking moonlit falls on broken past this inundated orb that we call home. And it's night and I'm alone and I'm alive.
Good Friday night. This is the Indy Kid coming at you. Tennessee with a remarkable, miraculous 9-8 victory tonight. What a comeback. The curse of Tennessee athletics has been lifted thanks to the man known as Drew Gilbert. With the bottom of the ninth, one out, grand slam. To end the game, what a comeback. What a game. Wow. If I struggle through this one a little bit, guys, I'm hoarse. I was doing a little yelling, a little excitement here in the house. May have rattled the walls and the windows a little bit. But, man, what a finish. And that's saying something based on some of the finishes Tennessee's had this year already. And this tops them all. This absolutely tops them all. But before we recap the game here real quick, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. That way you get those notifications and stuff. And looks like we got more baseball to cover this weekend. We apologize for not being able to go live tonight. Just not in the cards for both of us. Glad I'm able to cover it tonight. Boogie's got you covered tomorrow. And then we'll go from there. The plan is hopefully we can go live on Sunday. But we're definitely going to cover the series. Covering it tonight's game right now and then tomorrow. But, man, what a game. Tennessee, I wasn't confident going into ninth inning. And what a quirky game, man. What a weird, quirky game tonight. My first beef is there's no way Wright State's a 4 seed in there. I mean, you look at up and down their lineup. Their entire lineup is hitting over 300. And their lowest hitter in the lineup right now is hitting 296. And, we kind of speculated, was it the competition they played on? No, these guys can hit. They beat Tennessee. They hit Tennessee's best hard tonight. And, there's a part of me wonders, would Tidwell have been better for the start? Chad Dallas has given up a lot of home runs this year, and I think that's his one downfall is the amount of home runs he's given up. Chad Dallas, 4 1/3 inning tonight, didn't have his best stuff. Now, I'm going to be honest, too. That umpire affected the game for both teams tonight because it was basically you throw it down the middle to get a strike. The corners were not being called, and it affected both teams. There, it wasn't just Tennessee. It was both teams because there was pitches all night from both sides that looked really good and just no calls. I thought it was a horribly umpired game tonight, and I don't think either team should be coming out of that game happy with the umpiring. I just thought that, I don't know, Tennessee had some beef on some check swings. I know there was a check swing with Pavoloni. There was a check swing with Durkee that they called strikes that the guys did not commit halfway on it. But I think if you're either team tonight, you've got to be unhappy with that umpiring. I thought it was pitiful, to be honest with you. And we'll see. I think Wright State, out of the 4 teams, and out of the 3 teams Tennessee can face, Wright State was the one team that really concerned me right there. And, I was nervous. I'll be honest, you never give up on Tennessee, but I was not feeling confident. I'll just say the confidence level was very low. But just look at some of the game-changing plays. I mean, first inning, guy hits Tyler Black hits it to right field. Tough play for Jordan Beck, goes over, hits his glove and goes over the fence. And, I've seen plenty of the comments saying only at Tennessee, when it matters, these plays happen. And then So you had that gave them 2 runs. Tennessee stormed back with 5 unanswered in the second and third innings, only for Wright State to make a comeback as well. Tyler Black for Wright State with another bomb. It was Wright State hit some no doubt bombs tonight too. 5 in the game. So most of their scoring came off of the bomb tonight. And just really, really crazy. How much power, how good of a hitting team they were. And Tennessee got to Wright State starter, Jake Schran, 3 1/3. But, man, they're 2 guys that come in next. Jake Shirk, 2 1/3, only 2 hits. And then Jay Lukert. I wonder if Wright State didn't pull him early. He was mowing Tennessee down, Lukert was. He looked very good, especially into the 8th inning. He struck out Beck and Durkee. They were feeling it. Lukert was feeling it, and then they pulled him out. And this is one thing when I previewed this game earlier in the week, said Wright State's main guy, which was Tristan Halt, 5 saves. Could he handle the pressure right there? And he couldn't handle it. He could not handle it. He come in and let's see, walked the leadoff guy, walked Pavoloni. No, I'm sorry, Pavoloni hit a hard shot to third, was a base hit. Liam Spence hit a hard shot to right, and the right fielder made a good play, excellent play on that ball. And then Max Ferguson, first pitch base hit, and then they went to the bullpen again. They brought in Austin Klein, which they said is one of Wright State's top starters. They was penciling him in to start Sunday if they get that far. And then, it's the same thing there. He faced Jake Rucker and walked him. And I really felt seeing that he was throwing all breaking balls. If he just hang one, that was my thought right there. The first pitch he threw to Drew Gilbert was a perfect pitch, and Drew was going for it. And perfect pitch. But right there with a breaking ball guy, you've got to hope they hang one. And boy, did he hang one. And I don't know that the one Drew Gilbert hit has landed yet. An absolute massive bomb. Wow, what a sight. What a finish. What an ending. So now Tennessee advances to the second round. They stay in the winner's bracket. They'll play Liberty tomorrow at 6, who beat Duke 11-6 today. Really hammered Duke today. And I'll be honest with you, I feel really confident. I felt if we can get through this game tonight, I like our chances. And I'll be honest, my hope is Duke puts Wright State out tomorrow. I don't want to see Wright State again. I'm all right with seeing Duke. I'm all right with seeing Liberty. And that's taken nothing away from those 2 teams at all, Liberty and Duke. They're very good baseball teams. Wright State's the one that scares me out of. That was the one in the bracket that scares me, and they put a major scare into Tennessee tonight. But, I saw many times during the game the curse of Tennessee athletics. The curse of Tennessee athletics has been lifted thanks to the man, Drew Gilbert. It's over. Now, doesn't mean Tennessee's going to win the College World Series or nothing along those lines, but what a relief. What a monkey off the backs of Tennessee athletics right there. It looked like another high seed. You get there and you falter, but, man, this team never quits. They never quit. And, they got a benefit in the 8th inning. How many game-changing plays tonight shifted momentum? Tennessee with Max Ferguson hits a shallow fly. Connor Pavoloni tags up. Initially, he's called safe, but they go back and replay it. And I think they made the right call to replay it because Pavoloni never got his foot down. You got to get your foot in right there. That's another – I don't see the point sliding straight in when you got the guy coming from that right side. I don't know. It's just my opinion on it. Right foot, which was a lead foot, never touched the base. The left one come across. By the time it did, the catcher had already tagged him. And then another big play was 1 out. Peter Kay's at third base. Liam Spence hits a grounder in the infield. And Durkee, I don't know why he stopped to turn around at that point where he'd stopped at. You weren't getting anywhere anyway, and it was a bad throw. I think the odds were really good he would have gotten in under it if he wouldn't have slid straight in, if he would have kind of slid to avoid it. Another game changer, and then Wright State comes in the next inning and takes the lead with 3-run bomb. But man, Wright State's guys could swing though. It was not a fluke how they hit. They've got some ballers on there as far as their hitting, the pitching. This was just two teams that could hit tonight, and that's fortunately it boiled down to Tennessee had to last it back. Guys made some big at bats in that last inning, made it happen, got on base, and then man, I can't imagine. If anybody that's listening to this was there tonight, just let us know what the atmosphere was not like. It kind of seemed like the crowd was a little out of it after that 3-run homer by Wright State, and then they come back. And I think that played into the top of the ninth where Tennessee rolled 2. Shouldn't have been a play, but the guy for Wright State kind of barrel rolled in. I don't know. It's another one of those. I don't think you call it, but it is what it is. They're evidently looking at that pretty hard this offseason. And look what it did right there. It's spurs momentum. Tennessee comes in and ends the game right there. But Tennessee will go again tomorrow, 6 o'clock. You'll have Blade Tidwell on the mound for Tennessee against Liberty. Again, not an what a regional this is, man. I just don't get the seeding in this. If you've got Tennessee, the number 3 overall, I mean, by the rankings there, it means Tennessee should play the 62nd team in the nation starting out. There's absolutely no way. Wright State, at worst, is a 3 seed right there. I don't know that but I don't know, man. Their RPI was top 30. So, and they had a really good record. Didn't beat a lot of teams, but, their conference, they won it, and they had won. They were on a pretty long winning streak coming in as well. But it is what it is. Like I said, I really hope Duke puts them out. I don't want to see Wright State again tomorrow. I just don't. But my guess is when it's all said and done, Tennessee, based on what I've seen, I think there is a shot Tennessee's going to have to go through Wright State again to get there. But obviously can't overlook Liberty by any means. Tennessee is aware of this. 2 years ago in Chapel Hill Regional, Liberty beat them in the opening game. Tennessee come back and beat them to get to the regional final. But Tennessee knows what Liberty's all about, and there's plenty of the guys on this team that were playing in that game or were on the team that day. But hats off to these guys for making a comeback. Again, a quirky game, just some odd plays along the way. But all that matters is 9-8. What a game. What a finish. Again, Boogie will be with you tomorrow after the game. We'll say there's a possibility I may be on with him, but definitely Boogie will be coming at you tomorrow night after the game. Look for that around probably 9:30 range. Again, Tennessee plays at 6. And then we'll go from there with Sunday. And if they go into Monday, we'll try to go live at some point this weekend. But appreciate you guys tuning in. What a finish. What a night. Tennessee wins 9-8. You guys have a good evening. This is the Talkin' Vols podcast. I just want to leave you with the words of the curse of Tennessee athletics has been lifted. Go Vols.
Soaking moonlit falls, unbroken passes inundated orb that we draw home, and it's night and I'm alone and I'm alive. The dogs howl like we, poets sat in our chains, soaking moonlit smashed and broken.